Welcome back to the 9th Gym program, and today we're doing another build in battle episode, prepping for the Players Cup 3. So, hold on one second. Gotta have that water. Gotta stay hydrated. Anyway, let's talk about it. So, I have a couple of ideas for today, and I have the main idea is Nidoking. I want to use this guy. I haven't used it really at all yet, and I had a couple of good ideas for it. So, obviously, we're going to use Sheer Force. We're getting 3 times power, or 1.3 times power, so it's essentially a Life Orb. And then Choice Scarf because we gotta move fast. You know what I'm saying? Gotta go fast, baby. So we're at 85 speed, base speed, which isn't bad. 1.5 times, so we gotta get 1.5 times. Can we outspeed Dragapult with that? I think we can. There we go. Now we're outspeeding Dragapult, which is really good. I've been having a pretty hard time with Coalossal, and I think most people are, you know, with it winning Players Cup 1 and 2. I think we're gonna expect a lot of it in Players Cup 3, so I want to be prepared for that, and I think Nidoking is a pretty good tool for that. Look at this calc real quick. So we have 252 plus special attacking Sheer Force Nidoking, Earth Power. This isn't even the max attack. We wouldn't use the max attack probably anyway, but still. Into a 68 HP, 0 special defense, Dynamaxed Coalossal, with 68 HP, and usually it would probably have 4 special D as well at this spread. So that only gives us a 56.3% chance to OHKO. So we would need like a Helping Hand with that as well. So then Helping Hand will then take it out. Guaranteed OHKO. So what we're looking for is a Nidoking that is using Earth Power. We also have Sludge Bomb for things like Tapu Fini. We have Ice Beam for things like Lando. It seems like a good Pokemon in my head. So I'm going to be building a team around Nidoking today. With all that being said, we are going to be investing into bulk as far as like other than this. So we have our speed tier that we have to be at, which is 143. It makes us fast enough with Choice Scarf to outspeed Dragapult. So we're going to be investing the rest into special attack. Actually, wait, we need Modest. Shoot. We need Modest. We need Modest. Nidoking sucks. I'm just kidding. So we'll do that. We'll do this still. And then we'll see if, like, because Helping Hand, so we don't have a 100% chance to knock it out anyway at Modest max attack. But we do without Modest. So we go to Timid, and then without Modest at 252, with Helping Hand, we're still taking out, like, a little bit of bulk Dynamax Coalossal guaranteed OHKO. So we just have to have a Helping Hand set up, right? What has Fake Out and Helping Hand, though? Because that's really what I want. Fake Out and Helping Hand we have in DDF, but that doesn't really work with Psychic Surge. Blastoise, that's kind of cool. Raichu is not a bad idea. We can have that with, you know, like the bird. Galarian Moltres. That's definitely a good idea. Not this one. The good Moltres. Haha. We're looking for a Fake Out Helping Hand user, and Raichu is definitely the top of my priority list now. Hitmontop's not bad. It has Wide Guard as well, which could be cool. So that's definitely an option. Fake Out Helping Hand, Wide Guard, and Bullet Punch maybe. With Intimidate, that's not bad. It sounds pretty good to me in my head. Meowstick's another really cool one. You know, with Prankster, you could set up screens as well as the Fake Out and the Helping Hand. So that's not a bad idea as well. So we have options. Sableye as well. So we have options. We definitely have options. We could even use Sableye and like a Dragapult for like weakness policy strats. I know that's some Series 5 stuff, but like Series 5 stuff can still work. Like in Incineroar, Rillaboom, there are strategies that still work really well. You know, all the weather cores, they still work really well. So there are definitely strats that you can use that are Series 5 that are good in Series 7 still. So yeah, these are the couple of ideas we have. So we could go Sableye. We could also go, what was the other one? Blastoise is another one that's kind of cool. And then, what was the last one that... Oh, Meowstick. So those are our options that we're kind of working with, right? We have like Prankster, screens like Clay, or something like that. And then we have Raichu with Lightning Rod for our Moltres. That kind of seems like the best to me, so that's what we're gonna go with. I mean, it's like the best for a reason because it's very like good. Oh, and by the way, the reason I wanted Fake Out, so this is a really anti-Coalossal team because I want to be like good against Coalossal. So we're gonna we'd have like Raichu, Moltres, and lead, and my opponent would be like, oh, easy peasy, we're gonna kill him. But no, here's what happens: we lead Nidoking and Raichu, and then if they lead Water Urshifu for Aqua Jet into the Coalossal, we have Fake Out. And then if they lead the Dragapult, we have Helping Hand with our Nidoking with Earth Power to knock out the Coalossal. So either way there, all you're taking is a Surf on turn 1. They're losing their Dynamax, and then you have great late game options for late game maxing, which could be the Moltres Galar. It could also be maybe Nihilego. there's a lot of good options, and we're not weak to ground yet. I mean, we are with Raichu, but we'll probably use Focus Sash for Nihilego. Maybe we could go like an AV Raichu build. Maybe we could also go like Celesteela with like Power, or like Power or Meteor Beam. That Raichu would help bulk that up as well. So that's a couple of different ideas that we could have there in the back end. But for now, let's focus on the beginning. So this is very anti-Coalossal. This, like I was saying, this is a really good lead for Coalossal teams. And then you also have Nidoking being really good against Lando with Ice Beam. So Ice Beam, let's look at this calc real quick. Ice Beam, this is with Helping Hand, but this is Dynamaxed. So as you can see there with Ice Beam, if we are Helping Hand, Ice Beam with Sheer Force, into a 4 HP Dynamax Lando-T, we're taking a guaranteed OHKO. But if it's not Dynamax and we don't have Helping Hand, then we're still hitting 147 to 174, which is a guaranteed OHKO on a non-Dynamax Lando-T. And that's without Assault Vest, so let's give it Assault Vest. And we're still taking a very decisive knockout. I mean, obviously, it's still a roll, but a 93.8% chance to OHKO. It's a roll that I'm usually willing to take. So, and that's just on the 4 HP, which definitely seems to be the standard. We'll go ahead and look at usage stats real quick, just to make sure that is the standard, but I'm fairly certain that's the standard. 6%, 6% for somewhere else, and then we have, you know, a couple of wild builds that do have some bulk, which in case... if they do, and they actually do have Assault Vest, you know, we're looking at a 53% chance most likely for them to have Assault Vest. I can pretty much agree with that. I feel like it's about 50% chance to be an Assault Vest spread. And then, like, I feel like it's about 50-50 that is going to be just 4 and 252, 252. That seems to be the standard. Anyway, I'm going to put the rest of this bulk into bulk here, or the rest of the investment into bulk, and we're just going to go like a spread like this. I think it's good. So this will be our Nidoking spread. What's the last attack? Do we get anything cool? We could just go Flamethrower on the last one, you know, not having to put too much thought into it. Flamethrower, things like Celesteela, Rillaboom. Flamethrower can be pretty good against. I mean, obviously we have Ice Beam for some of those Pokemon as well. You know, notably the Rillaboom that I just said, but still, Flamethrower is not bad. It's a good idea, so we're gonna have that. So yeah, this is our set for Nidoking. Let's move on. So we have Raichu. Probably gonna be Focus Sash just because I wanted to jump in, absorb, you know, lightning round attack. So we have Fake Out, Helping Hand. I've actually been liking the Kiss, the Draining Kiss. I think that's really good. You have Draining Kiss to proc your Weakness Policy, and we can use Weakness Policy, Berserk, Moltres, of course. So we use Raichu. We have Fake Out, Helping Hand, Draining Kiss, and then we could either go Thunderbolt or we could go for Volt Switch. I think Volt Switch is probably better. That way we can just jump in, Fake Out, do some damage, and then switch out into Volt Switch. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in a Raichu. And then we're going to go Max Speed, Jolly Nature for sure. Actually, not Jolly Nature, Timid Nature. Because, like, we want to benefit our Draining Kiss. Actually, we could even go for a physical attack here. I think that could be good. So this could be... instead of Volt Switch, we could go Wild Charge, and then we can be a plus attack nature, or not plus attack, just minus special attack instead. That way we can do the most, or the least amount of damage with Draining Kiss into our Moltres. I think that seems a little bit better for me. So that's what we're going to go for. And then we're just going to go for, you know, a bulky spread. I mean, we're Focus Sash. We can't have Helping Hand if we go for AV. So we're definitely going to go for Focus Sash. And we could even go Shuka. That could be good. But whatever. It's fine. Fake Out, Helping Hand, Draining Kiss, Wild Charge. And then we're just going to go for attack. Physical attack. Make Wild Charge good. Weakness Policy, Berserk. Pretty basic stuff here. I'm not really looking to do anything too fancy with this Pokemon. We're just going to go for Fiery Wrath, Hurricane. Like, this is going to be a maxing Pokemon. A very strong maxing Pokemon. Nasty Plot and Protect. It's just, like, pretty basic and pretty easy. Straight to the point. So this will be our lead for if we think Coalossal, and then if we think otherwise, if we think it's going to be Dragapult, we can Nidoking and then, you know, switch into something that'll take the Surf very, very easily for Coalossal. So we have our Coalossal matchup figured out pretty well, and then let's think about some other matchups that we might have problems with. So with Nidoking doesn't hit everything. Let's look at Tapu Fini, actually, because this is another Pokemon that I kind of wanted to have a good spread for, be able to knock out, or at least do a lot of damage with Sludge Bomb. So this is into a 252. Let's go ahead and switch it to the most used spread, just because it's easy. And then special defense, I think it was 4 with Modest Nature. So obviously, you know, we're not going to go just purely based off of this, but we're going to hit a guaranteed 2-hit KO there with Helping Hand. we are taking an Oko on this specific spread guaranteed. But if it is like pretty bulky into anything else, you know, let's give it the default spread, then we're not always taking a knockout. Actually, that's without this too. So this is calm. So we're taking a knockout a pretty low percentage of the time, even with helping hand. But without helping hand, we're still taking a pretty competent 2-hit KO, even into a spread, a bulky spread. And I mean, what is Tapu Fini really doing? I know Muddy Water does a good bit of damage, but it's once again a 2-hit KO. We're Scarf. We're going to be hitting first. I think it's a fine matchup as well. So I'm not too worried about like Fairy type, even though Moltres is typically very worried about Fairy type. We do have a really strong Sludge Bomb on our team to, you know, kind of absorb that blow a little bit, which is really good. So I don't really feel like we need like a Steel typing right off the bat. I mean, Steel is obviously pretty good. It's very defensive. But yeah, it's pretty good. Another thing that I was thinking about was without the helping hand, Incineroar could be really good as well because it'll give us the fake out. But if we like mess up the lead and we call out that it's going to be Urshifu, so we bring fake out. But if we think it's going to be Dragapult, so we bring Incineroar so that we can just have fake out for the Urshifu. I just messed that up. If we call out that it's going to be Urshifu Coalossal lead, then we would be able to have the Nidoking plus the Incineroar. But then if we mess up in this Dragapult lead, then we won't have the helping hand. So that's kind of why I wanted a dual purpose, a fake out and helping hand user. Moltres, let's go ahead and make a pretty bulky spread for this. It doesn't have to be like super bulky. I just want to live a couple of certain things. So in Tapu Fini, Moonblast, Max Moonblast, or Dynamax as well, doing about 70 to 84%. So I definitely want max special attack for sure. Like that's what I want to do a lot of damage. And I know after a Berserk and a weakness policy, we're probably not too worried. Actually, we should look at the damage first. So for Moltres, let's go ahead and look at some damage calcs that we want to hit really easily. So Rillaboom is one that I would like to take the knockout on a Hurricane. One shot through a Assault Vest preferably. So let's go ahead and look at that. 98 to 116. That's with Modest. That's 252 special attack. It's non-Dynamaxed as well. Yikes. We can't take that knockout very easily without the weakness policy proc. But we are using Draining Kiss, which is going to be faster on Raichu than Assault Vest Rillaboom. So it would go to weakness policy. So it would be super, super strong. Another thing that I really need this calc to be able to beat is G-Maxed Venusaur. With only 4 HP investment most likely. I need that to take it out. So this is with weakness policy. Okay, so we're always taking that with weakness policy. So I'm thinking we don't need to do as much damage as we're hoping. Next one that I need to take out is Dusclops. Dusclops, we have Hurricane, we need Fiery Wrath. So we're going to max that. 79 to 95. This is with max special defense and Eviolite. Interesting. We do have to, you know, definitely max this a little bit more. Yeah, almost max there. So 212 gives us a guaranteed knockout. I know there's going to be 0 chance of their Dusclops being 252 plus, but I am going to play it safe. And I don't think putting 236 investment into special attack is too much anyway. So I think it's fine. So that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go for 236. That takes a knockout on the Rillaboom, the Venusaur, the Dusclops. Those are the ones that I think are the big ones that we need to hit. And we're going to go more into bulk. So Moltres Galar takes knockout on Dusclops pretty easily. So we have something for most things in the meta right now. Glastrier is something that could be pretty difficult if it gets out of hand. A Celesteela seems like a good Pokemon that could be on our team. Greens wouldn't be a bad idea as well, so maybe Regieleki or Grimmsnarl to make our team just bulkier in general, because we're not very bulky. Yeah, Nidoking is not super bulky. I mean, it has like a little bit of natural bulk. Not really. It's actually very, very average. Yeah, Nidoking's not fast. Or not bulky. Raichu's not bulky. Moltres is fairly bulky. And that's why... Alright, so 252, Modest, Transistor, and Choice Specs. Max Lightning from 252 plus, Special Attacking Transistor, Regieleki Max Lightning, into 0-0, Moltres Galar Dynamaxed. They're doing a lot of damage though. 76 to 90 is a lot of damage there. Without the max, they're still doing a lot of damage. Oh, I'm an idiot. Choice Specs, idiot. Dummy. Let's look at Magnet. So let's look at Magnet Max. They are taking a knockout, so we should for sure have enough bulk to be fine there, right? And just like that, we're not worried anymore, right? Max Lightning from 252 plus, Special Attacking Magnet, Transistor, Max Lightning from Regieleki. taking it to a KO. So we are now fine from that. We should look at Glastrier. Glastrier's max attack is very, very strong. Yeah, there's no chance. Okay, so this is something that I don't think we could even, like, with max defense here, live. Maybe behind screens, and maybe that's what we should be looking at as well. So we can look at Reflect. Through Reflect, we can definitely make that livable. Like 100% through Reflect, for sure. So we're looking at Max Hailstorm. They have 56% chance right now. So let's go ahead and supplement ourselves a little bit. This will probably be the rest. 99. Okay, so look at this. All right, so we have +2. That's without Brave Nature. R.I.P. R.I.P. to my youth. Okay, so we're not gonna be living that. Period. That's just not happening. Through Reflect, things is still killing us. Dynamaxed Moltres through Reflect with a bulky spread. Why did they make Glastrier, man? Glastrier is a dumb Pokemon. Come on. Why give him a Life Orb? Because Life Orb's actually, like, pretty popular right now. And let's see if we can live that without Reflect. That sucks, man. We need Reflect. Okay, so we need screens. To be able to beat Glastrier. And to beat Glastrier, we need, like... Why did they make Glastrier, dude? I'm going to use this spread, by the way. Okay, I think it covered most of the bases. It covers that. This is the spread we're going to use. 92, 132, 236, 44, 4, timid speed. Actually, this is timid. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Can we live it, actually? +2. Behind Reflect with bold nature. Oh, we can live this. We got a 6% chance to OHKO. I still want to get rid of that 6% chance. Can't get rid of it, though. I still think that's good. Okay, this is what we're going to go for. So we're going to go bold. Pretty bulky. So 100, 140, 236, 28, 4, and bold. Moltres is done. Okay, so we have Nidoking, Raichu, and Moltres. Pretty good team so far. I'm liking it. Celesteela works pretty well against the Glastrier, in my opinion. Of Meteor Beam Celesteela. That's what we're going to try. Celesteela, item, Power Herb, Meteor Beam, Flash Cannon, Air Slash, and Protect. So the plan is going to be Meteor Beam, take a knockout, go +1 from Beast Boost, go +1 from the Meteor Beam Power Herb combo, and then max it. And that's going to be the plan a lot of the time. We're going to, like, lead Nidoking, Raichu a lot of the time. We're going to bring Raichu, Celesteela a lot of the time. There's a lot of different things that we can do. I would like another bulky Pokemon, like a bulky, helpful Pokemon that Celesteela can sit next to at the beginning of the game, to make them think, hey, they're going to Leech Seed. It's going to be a Leech Seed Celesteela. No, they're probably not going to think that because we have Raichu on the team. But maybe that'll be just Raichu Moltres. Incineroar could be good for that because it's a Pokemon that resists fire, which is Celesteela's only other big weakness. I like that idea. Incineroar is probably going to land on the team. It's another that's a physical attacker too, which we need. Oh, we need that, and then a strong physical attacker as well. A good physical attacker sweeper. We're going to go special attack enough to be the bulky boy. So, all right, let's look at this. Glastrier, with Glastrier, 4 HP, Dynamaxed. Can we knock it out fairly easily with Celesteela? Also, Icicle Crash, Max Hailstorm is doing no damage to Reflect. Oh, that's the other Pokemon we're going to have. So Incineroar and, like, Regieleki, that only gives us one physical attacker. If they set up with a bunch of max grounds, then it's going to be really rough getting through that. We'll have Grimmsnarl. Well, do I want Grimmsnarl? Actually, that'll enforce our fairy weakness. Well, we do. We have Nidoking and Celesteela. So, but Regieleki would enforce our ground weakness. I don't really like Regieleki on the lead though. I think I'd rather have the Grimmsnarl. I think I'd rather have that. All right, let's look at this real quick though. Modest, this is Meteor Beam. Okay, so we're hitting 51 to 61, which is a guaranteed 2-hit KO. And a Dynamax, I like those odds when their damage is going to be pretty medium. And then the next turn, and this is not behind screen. So if we set up like a Reflect, it's going to be good. So I think that's going to be our out. So we're going to go special attack, modest nature as well. Just super balls to the wall, heavy on that. And then I don't think I need speed, but we will work out a bit of a bulky spread. So let's look at Heatran. 252 Dynamax. It doesn't Dynamax typically. It'll usually just be sending out Heat Waves. So let's make sure we live that pretty safely. Without Light Screen or anything like that. Just live it pretty easily. I mean, obviously Overheat's going to be crazy. Actually, how frequently do they have Overheat as well? They always have Heat Wave, Flash Cannon, Earth Power, and Protect, right? Yeah. So we're not too worried. Like, Heat Wave is all they really have that's going to, like, hit potentially. I don't hate that. I think that's fine. Incineroar. Let's look at Incineroar real quick. We should be pretty okay in this matchup as well. Flare Blitz, it's doing a lot. It's doing a lot, that's for sure. So we'll have to set up Reflect if they lead like Incineroar. They'll probably fake out our other user though, which would make it okay. Unless they like Flare Blitz double, but then in that case, like Reflect up, we don't take that much damage. We're taking 50 to 60%. Meteor Beam is not knocking out Incineroar? What? Okay. That sucks. I would think Meteor Beam would take it out. I don't hate this. I think this is good. Celesteela here, we're just going to go bulky. Do we need any other bulk? That was 252. I'm just going to go 252 for now. It's fine. And we're going to go like this. And then 174, we're going to be getting our Beast Boost on the special attacking nature. So that, or special attack is pretty good. I'm going to just copy this because it felt really good in all of the games that I've been using it for. The Grimmsnarl. I've been liking Grimmsnarl a lot. I was talking like Regieleki was the by far better screen user, but Grimmsnarl feels a lot better a lot of the time as well. It's not doing them much damage, but Spirit Break and Taunt are both really, really good, especially since this reinforces our Trick Room matchup, as well as like just being good in general. What other things do we want? I still want a form of speed control, and Tailwind's kind of what I'm leaning towards. We could use something weird like Suicune. We don't really have a typing core. We have Fairy Steel Dragon core without Dragon. I wanted a strong physical attacker in this last spot. So I think we'll just be lacking speed control. And we have max airstream on both of these Pokemon. And this is going to be like the main power. We'll be bringing like a screen, one of these two, Raichu most of the time, and then like these other two Pokemon. And I think Incineroar Rillaboom sounds so good. We don't have two Pokemon spots though. We don't have two spots. So which one is going to be better more consistently? Incineroar or Rillaboom? Well, what are we worried about? Okay, let's look at the Pikalytics and let's just scroll down and see what we can deal with. So Incineroar, Celesteela is a pretty good option, but I mean notably like Moltres Galar is probably better for that. Also, we have the Earth Power Nidoking, which can do a lot of damage to that as well. Actually, I'm curious. This is gonna be a long video, by the way. This is gonna be another long video. I'm sure you already know that by now because we're gonna be like 25 or 30 minutes into the video when I say this, but it's a long video. Faux show. Okay, so we have this. This is with Life Orb. We're not taking a knockout. Tapu Fini, we have a good Glastrier matchup, or like as good of a Glastrier matchup as we can get there, I think. I think it's definitely a good matchup. Tapu Fini, we're not too worried about. We have Nidoking taking a pretty huge knockout on it with double Sludge Bomb. We also have Celesteela taking out pretty decisively, taking that out. Rillaboom, we have answers to. We have multiple good max air streamers. Regieleki, I'm not too worried about because it's not really going to be like about the damage as much because we have Raichu, but then we also have Brick Break on the Nidoking for screens, so that's good. Urshifu, we have ways to deal with it. It is a little strong against our team, but we have ways to deal with it. Porygon 2, you're a utility. Landorus-therian, we have the Ice Beam. Grimmsnarl, we have, we kind of just have to grind through the Grimmsnarl with Nidoking in the back to break screens for the end game, probably. Zapdos, we have not really anything, actually. Tyranitar could be a good last physical attacker. It doesn't have weakness policy, though, so it wouldn't add a whole lot to the team. I want it to be a Pokemon that I can max. Lando-T could be good, but that would make our ice matchup really bad. So I don't really want that. Kartana's an idea. Actually, Kartana's a pretty good idea. We are then weak to fire. And we already don't have a great Incineroar matchup, so I don't really want to make that even worse. Because Kartana really hates Incineroar. I don't really want to bring that. Metagross, also same. Like, fire is pretty weak. We already have weakness policy spoken for as well. Dragapult's an idea that would finish our Fairy Dragon Steel Core, actually, giving us a good physical attacker. We don't have Life Orb already on our team. Dragapult seems good. We would have another max Airstream Pokemon, but I think that's okay. Dragapult, the only problem with Dragapult is it's a Pokemon that's not going to be Dynamaxing very frequently. Because of our team, like, we're going to be Dynamaxing one of the Flyers most of the time. So I don't think Dragapult's going to be the best fit for the team. Garchomp could be really good, like the Rocky Helmet Garchomp that helps our Celesteela. We are reinforcing our weakness to Ice, and we don't really have a lot of answers to Ice, so that would be pretty rough. We run into like I guess we have Glastrier, like we have Celesteela's max, or the Meteor Beam and then max attack, so that could be good. And Garchomp behind the screens with Rocky Helmet sounds kind of dirty. And I liked that team a lot when I made the Garchomp team. All right, we're going to use it. I'm going to just cop this last one that I used. We'll explain the spread here in one moment. But that's what we're going to try. We're going to try this because I think that actually sounds pretty good. So the idea behind this is with a Rocky Helmet with a Rough Skin. So they're going to be taking a lot of tick damage anytime they make a physical attack onto Garchomp. And then you have Earthquake for a lot of tick damage as well. And same with Rock Slide. And this Pokemon's very fast, so you have a fast Rock Slide. 168, we're outspeeding all the base 100 speed Pokemon. Things like things like Charizard. You know, this is something you see a lot with a lot of Pokemon to outspeed that if it's already like almost max. Things like Kartana use it all the time. They invest into speed and then a little bit of like bulk or attack or something like that. Garchomp's main thing is that it doesn't have to do a lot of damage. With base 130, you don't really need any investment to be doing a decent amount of damage with Rock Slide and Earthquake. But then you have Rocky Helmet and Rough Skin really pulling a lot of weight. To put Celesteela into range of Beast Boosting, or put things into range for Beast Boost Celesteela, just take them out and kind of just run away with the game. So that's kind of the plan. And then I just went in some physical attacker that can deal pretty decent damage to something that just like has set up 9 max quakes. And so that's the team. That's what we're working with. I think it sounds pretty cool on paper. We have decent matchups against most of the top 10 Pokemon, most of the top 20 Pokemon. You know, there's a couple that like might be a little rough. Thundurus, Nihilego, we don't have a lot for. You know, because our Earth Power is not going to do anything to Nihilego. Nihilego might run away with the game, actually. So that's definitely a matchup that seems pretty tough on paper. And we have Moltres doing a decent amount of damage, but it's not doing a whole lot. It's with Celesteela, so that could definitely be a rough matchup. But we do have Earthquake on our Garchomp. But if they like have Wide Guard or Rillaboom, it could be a pretty difficult matchup for sure. So we'll have to watch out for that. And Nihilego actually hits 170, which unfortunately is 1 point more than we can get. So Nihilego seems like a tough matchup. But honestly, we can probably get through it. We can probably beat it. Especially if they don't see that that's their win con against this team. They probably will, though. But that's okay. I think this team looks pretty cool. Alright, so I think I'm actually going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to change the Moltres Galar off the team, and we're actually going to go for a more centralized on the Celesteela, because I feel like it's the strongest. So Garchomp Celesteela is a really, really strong strat, and behind screens, it's very, very strong. So Incineroar being able to be very good here with Intimidate. Celesteela could definitely prove to be a little faster, but I think I'm just going to leave it in bulk for right now, and it's fine. And yeah, we're gonna just put this guy together real quick, and yeah, it'll be good. So I'm also gonna go for a kind of weird thing, and we're gonna use Protect on my Incineroar. I have a very lacking of Protect. We only have it on these 3 Pokemon, and this is a duo skill that I'm usually gonna be using together a lot of the time. So yeah, I don't really want that to be the only 2 Protect. So we're gonna use it on Incineroar. Might be a little weird, but it's okay. So we're done. We'll test this out now with a little bit of a change, and we'll see how it works. Alright, so we have entered the ring, the battle phase. We have my opponent's Blacephalon on the field. That could be a problem. Definitely a problem for the Celesteela. Incineroar's not too worried. Garchomp's not too worried. So Garchomp lead seems not bad here. He doesn't really have any ice spread. He does have the Tapu Fini, but if he leads Tapu Fini and goes Moonblast into the Garchomp and takes it out, I'm not too mad at that. Like, that'll be okay. So I think Garchomp Grimmsnarl lead's not bad. Nidoking's actually looking pretty good in this matchup as well. I don't think it'll die. No, it probably will die to the Mind Blow. Blacephalon's crazy good against my team. I think Garchomp, Grimmsnarl, set up Light Screen. Doesn't have any Fake Out. And then Celesteela in the back with Nidoking? I think that seems okay. Nidoking deals with a lot of stuff on his team. Actually, we could have just Earth Powered the Blacephalon. Blacephalon usually has Scarf though, right? I've been seeing a lot more Blacephalon recently. Yeah, it's almost always Scarf. Alright, so we're going to Rock Slide. We're just going to pop off a Rock Slide and a Light Screen. Hope that Blacephalon doesn't knock out the Grimmsnarl. And we'll see how this goes. He goes Mind Blown, which almost takes out his Whimsicott, so hopefully we can attack. We can hit both. We hit both. So we take a pretty easy knockout there. I wouldn't be surprised if we just quit here. But yeah, this is like, Definitely a really good lead for Blacephalon. So, yeah, okay, so you just quit. Okay. All right, fair enough. All right, so we're in it. Let's see some stuff. So we got the Dracozolt. This is straight out of Series 6 with a lot of differences. Straight out of Series... Whatever. So we have Delmies, which is pretty interesting, actually. Ghost Grass. So that's pretty interesting. I didn't take into account Metagross. So Metagross is definitely a Pokemon that I'm not really prepared for. But it doesn't do a whole lot to Celesteela. So I think Celesteela is not a bad pick for that. I could have Thunder Punch, but we have Raichu for a reason. So I'm thinking Grimmsnarl on lead. Garchomp Grimmsnarl was a powerful lead last time. Incineroar is not bad against his team. It's actually very good. It's actually quite good. So I'm going to go ahead for the Incineroar lead. Celesteela does not seem bad on lead, but it doesn't seem the greatest on lead because we also have the option of Raichu. But that's what we're going to go for. We're going to go Incineroar, Celesteela, Raichu. Actually, Incineroar Grimmsnarl looks very strong with Celesteela and Raichu in the back. No, we're lacking a little in power with this lead, or with this quad go. But Double Intimidate on this, laying down Intimidate on these two is very strong. We can fake out something. What's going to max, though? That's the problem. Like, both of these Pokemon are going to max. So I think we're just going to go for... I mean, we could just sit here and, like, see what happens. But we're just going to call it out. I think the Dracozolt is not going to max. I think Tyranitar is more likely to max here. So we're going to attack the Dracozolt. Dracozolt just doesn't do anything to my lead. And we're going to set up Reflect. Okay, so Dracozolt does max, but that's fine. We still have the Reflect that I'm not really too worried. Yeah, I mean, look at that damage. After a +1 in attack, or a -1 in attack and Reflect, we're just not caring about the damage. That was Lash Out. That was double damage. I don't care. I just don't care. So we're going to switch into Celesteela now. There's not really anything that's going to be scaring it off too much. And we're actually going to double switch into Raichu. Because I think there's a chance that he's just like, okay, we're going to call it out, and goes for a Max Lightning into it. So we switch Raichu. He goes into Tapu Fini, which is interesting. And we go into Celesteela. So he actually maxed Knuckles, which is going to do 1 damage, 12 damage. And now he's back into normal attack zone. And his Tapu Fini is strong. But once again, he has no coverage at all for Celesteela. We're looking pretty good. We're going to go for a Rock Fall into something. No, we're going to just Meteor Beam. Meteor Beam, I guess the blue. We're going to do like a good bit of damage to the blue. No, we'll just Meteor Beam the Dracozolt and we'll go for a Fake Out into the blue. I don't think that's a bad idea. And we still have Reflect for a while. And his whole team is physical. That's the only problem with teams like this that are all physical. It's all physical. Like, I just don't care that much. Max Knuckles going to knock into its Sash. Not even close. Bro, Dracozolt sucks. Meteor Beam, we're going to do a big chunk to the Dracozolt. Should do... that's a little less than I was hoping, but oh well. That's okay. And now we have really strong Max Airstreams into the Bulu. Bulu's probably a Salt Vest. If I had to make a guess, we're going to Airstream the Bulu, and we're actually going to Helping Hand the Celesteela. Because even if he switches, then he didn't switch either. And no Protect. So, cool. Raichu goes down, that's fine. I'm not really too worried about that anymore. We should have probably attacked the Dracozolt then, because now Dracozolt is going to be outspeeding and probably capable of taking out Celesteela. But it's okay. I'm not too worried. Actually, wait, can this be Sandrush? Oh, it's Sandrush, not Hustle. Okay, interesting. So we'll definitely bring in Incineroar and -1 that. And we're actually -1ing the Delmies as well, which is very good. Now we're behind Reflect with the... Yeah, we should be taking this out probably, like, no problem. Ghost Grass? I'm not too worried about that either. So we could go Rockfall into the Dracozolt for sure. We could also max Steel Spike, even Airstream. All of our options are very good for this scenario. I think I'm going to Airstream. We have Sandstorm for 1 more turn. I think we're going to just Steel Spike. Steel Spike will do a good... Well, it won't do that much damage. Rockfall's our last chance. All right, we're going to Steel Spike, which isn't going to be doing a lot of damage, but it's okay. Actually, wait. We can Airstream that and Fake Out the Dracozolt because we have Fake Out now. Wasn't even thinking about the fact that we had Fake Out 1 more turn. And Grassy Light is doing no damage from the Delmies. So we have a flinch on the Dracozolt, which is good. Knock out the Delmies. Now he's left with 1 more Pokemon, which is the Tyranitar. It is unfortunate that he's going to reset his Sand. So that's a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. Because now we have just Tyranitar, which we can just Steel Spike. It is weakness policy, though, so if he protects this turn, that's a little unfortunate. We still have Reflect for 3 turns. I would like to reset my Fake Out, actually. So we're going to switch into Grimmsnarl. Bolt Beak into the Celesteela, not doing enough damage. Dracozolt, or the Tyranitar is down. Now we just have Dracozolt up against our very, very strong Celesteela. Unfortunately, though, Sandstorm is still here, which is a little bit of a problem because it's taking out Celesteela this turn, which is definitely unfortunate. But we can go for a Protect this turn, and just switch back into Incineroar. -1 it again. I don't hate this play. It's playing defensively it can definitely be very, very good for you because this is -1. Now we have Fake Out. It'll have Protect, of course, but okay. So we'll Flash Cannon, and we'll just Fake Out. And now the rest of the game is set because we can just switch Incineroar out and Protect on the turns that we think Dracozolt might kill me. So it's easy peasy. Sandrush, does that negate the sand damage as well? That's cool. That's something I didn't really think about, but it's cool. We'll switch back to Grimmsnarl. This is just the easiest way to do this because now we'll reset our Fake Out, which just kills the Dracozolt. So he'll have to Protect on that turn. But now we're in a very, very good position because now we just Flash Cannon and we switch to Incineroar. And I don't think it has Protect because he would have protected earlier. Bolt Beak does take out the Celesteela, though, this turn, which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, we have attacks, so it's fine. Actually, wait, I brought it out this turn, so yeah, we'll just Spirit Break and Fake Out. No Protect. He revealed there was no Protect a while ago, so yeah. The Sandrush Dracozolt was pretty cool, though. I will give it that. Anyway, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to end it here because I'm over an hour in recording. Obviously, I'm going to cut out some stuff, but it's going to be a pretty long video. A lot of the ones where we prep a lot for the PC are going to be long videos, so expect some long videos within this week and next week. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. It makes a huge difference. Only about 30% of the people that watch my channel are subscribed, so subscribe. It's free and easy to do, and I really appreciate it. Links in the description below. Watch me live on Twitch. I gotta start live streaming again. If you guys like all follow me right now, it'll probably make me want to do it more, you know. And then stuff like that. Yeah, Patreon, Twitter, Discord, all those links are in the description below. If you want to try this team on Showdown, I'll have the Pokepaste down in the description below as well. Goodbye.